Quick false start there. Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. This is the last one before Tattered Lace anniversary, which launches. We're going to do a sneaky peek in America on Sunday night, and then on Monday evening we have got 5 shows back to back, I think it is. So from like 6 o'clock in the evening right through till bedtime, we're going to be sharing ideas with you. So much to show you. And I'm just unpacking the kits as if I've just received them and I've placed my order. Kathleen and myself, Anna, and also who else? Kasha, Lily, and Amanda are all placing our orders because we've all got our favourite things. And we've even managed, anybody who wants to buy all the 5 collections is going to get an extra 10% discount to check out. But I want to show you a few little things that are really important because there is no extended stock. The only thing we might be able to do it on is the USB. The rest of it, it's what we've got because of Chinese New Year. So first of all, I want to show you a couple of things that we're doing, which I think are going to make it easier for everybody at home to understand exactly what you can do with tattered lace. And I've been working with the team all week, and we've sort of gone a bit back to basics, only in as much that we have done some stuff that we haven't done for ages. Now, what have I done with those? I had them literally a minute ago, and oh, they're here. Right, so this is one of the sets that we've got. So we've done another set of nested tags, which everybody's absolutely loved. And then this set, which is the shabby note paper. And I've picked this one because I want to show you some really fab stuff. So what you actually get are all of the dies on this board. So you're getting all of the dies, but I wanted to show you different ways of shabbying up the note papers. It looks like the pages have been torn out of a piece of one of those metal binders that have got sort of like loops around them, a little notebook. And we've done it torn to the edges. I've done vellums, I've done them turned different ways with your cardstocks. Then we've got little tiny notebooks, which you can see. These are great because these are like little mini notebooks with text in them if you want to put it on vellum, or you can use them and put them on top of things, which are great, like little pockets. I've got another one where the top of the page it's been torn out, and then we've just torn different edges with different textures. This one goes down the side, but a different look and feel again, turning over bits of vellum or papers, but you can make your own notebooks with them. Love the way this has been done, and one of these has been attached to the bottom, so it gives you like a little extra tag, and then overlaying them so that you've got tags over tags. And then let me show you these. This is where the inspiration is. Right, you ready? Look at this. Isn't this just gorgeous? And this is only using the elements from there and just shabbying them up. So these are the little flowers that are included in the collection. You've got the pieces of sticky tape. You've got the little little paper clips. They're included in it as well. So these have been cut from Miri card, and it really makes them look metallic. Then I'm going to turn the page. You can see again the note paper. This has actually been printed onto a piece of note paper, stripes and lines. Then we've got bits of texture in here, made little tags with it. So all shabbied up. So that's one example. Here's another one. This is a little mini one. So again, you'll recognize this from one of the pieces that I had. Little paper clips, which we've got there. The little pen, that's included in the collection. This piece where the lace goes over top. Now, this is where you do your paper piece in. So you're going to cut it out of this colour, cut it out of this colour, and then paper piece them. So you literally snip in between the edges. Then I'm going to come over here. So I love that fact I've got another little notebook area here. And these are faux pieces. They're your tape, that's one of your dies. Another one here, and isn't that cute the way it's lifted up just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to come into this one, and this is one of the little cute little animals that's included in one of the other sets. I've got the little flamingo there. He's on lots of pieces of note papers. And then in because the one thing I wanted to do was for us to wear pink. Well, if those of you that know my husband, he isn't a pink person. And he said, of course he'd wear a pink shirt. He didn't even hesitate. He's since told me it was the worst thing he's ever worn, and he's never worn it since. He'll never wear it again. And don't ever expect me to renew my marriage vows because he won't wear pink. So I was really lucky. He absolutely gave in to me that day, and I didn't realise how much. And you know, he actually took me to Gretna Green. We eloped, and he organised all the wedding and everything. Picked me up from Creighton Craft, took me off to Gretna Green. It was really romantic. And then here we go. So there's some more in here, so little pink bits. And then this one, this opens up this way. So that's quite clever, isn't it? So just to show you that again. So you stick down this spine, the first part of the book, and then the next page gets stuck along the top. So it opens like that, and then like that. And then here, you've got another one with little pages on it. And then I've got another one with a torn page in there, and then here. And I'm going to tell you a secret. And I'm working with Jess extensively at the moment. Tattered Lace Memories. And you're not going to see it until at least the end of February. It might even be later than that, but I'm really keen, and I think lockdown has been one of the things this year that's made me think I need to capture all my memories, all those lovely things. I've spent a lot of time reminiscing like everybody else, so really excited about that. But I want us to take a look at Select. So that's the new stuff. Imagine all of this arrives in one go. It's just going to be the best. So this is our Select collection. And what you get are, for each one of them, you're going to get two different things. You get dies and an embossing folder. Now, it's not a embossing folder like we know it. It creates the embossed lines. And you probably in the past have seen embossing folders that have got foam inside them, and there's a die built into the foam. Well, we've been working on this particular embossing folder, not this particular one, but this format for honestly years. I've lost count how long it's been. But what we've done is, and this one, I've purposely got the one that we've been using. You can see it's got a little bit of wear on it, so some bits of cardstock on it. We think it's been through the die cutting machine probably about 180 times because of them left over. So I know that they've been put through the mill. And then what you get, so you get your embossing folder, and I've explained this once already, but you then get your die and you come onto the area that's got the recesses, and you choose which of the dies you want to put in here, and it slots into place. So if I put that down, that's it, slotted into place now. And you then pass that through your die cutting machine. And what happens is, depending on how many you choose, so first of all, I use the outside of the die and I've made my card blank. Then I cut, where's all my pieces? Because I've cut all this already. Then I cut this piece, which is going to be my frame, but I cut it as a complete piece. And it's also, if I pop that there, you can see it. It's got all the embossed edges as well. Oh, guess what I'm doing tomorrow morning? Manicure before Create & Craft. This is what happens when you don't have your nails on. Look, short. Then I've got beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. So I'm going to put these, you can see how I can lay these over the top. I can then cut my next panel, which you can see. So I've cut into this one. So this is a different die, but the same embossing folder. I've got my decorative panel that goes in the middle, my plain panel that goes just inside that, so I'm going to get some layers, and then the little notebook. So I'm going to assemble this because I want you to see how pretty it looks. I'm also going to show you which areas I'm going to ink on. So I'm going to take my card, and it has been a dream this week crafting. I have had just the best time. You know, when you're a little bit tired and everything's dull and dark outside, it's been such a nice thing to be able to just sit and craft, and everybody's been reminiscing. We've even had this competition at work where those of people that wanted to, gave Christine, our office manager, a picture of them when they were a baby, and you had to guess who the people were. Well, I got my results. First of all, first of all, we were all struggling a little bit. So Michelle, what Christine did was she sent us a list of the people who had actually said they were in here, because some people, of course, are working from home at the moment, so not everybody joined in. Well, my first thing was, out of the baby pictures, I'd got Jim, I'd got Josh, David, and Fran, who were all guys. Well, only 2 of the baby pictures were boys. So that was my first mistake. And actually, out of 18, I got, well, it shouldn't have taken me that long to count. I got 3. So that was good, wasn't it? So I'm obviously clearly very good at identification. Yeah, 3. We're going to put them up and let everybody have a look at them, because it was just the best fun. Seriously, it was. And do you know what they said? They said, oh, look at the black and white pictures. That's obviously the older people. I was like, no, it's not. You can get sepia and older black and white now. Anyway, one tip I wanted to show you was, these are the vellum printouts that we've got, double-sided. So we're actually doing double-sided charisma for you. And I have cut mine out, and I've cut 3 of them at a time. So this one's still in the die, because it's actually being held in by the tape that's on the die itself, rather than the design. But I cut 3 of each of them with one pass of the machine. So when you are doing that, your tip, you get all 3 of them, make sure they've printed out the same way, and then just a small amount of tape, and you make yourself a little hinge at the top just to hold them all in place. And then even when you've only cut part of it, I can go back and I can still use that, and it'll be absolutely fine. So that's one part of that. I'm going to make up this card, and then I'm going to show you a few other shapes I've got. Oops, I remember I can't move that. I'm not supposed to do that. Right, so card blank. Now, this is going to rock if I use it at the, just like I've got here. So I've got a couple of choices of things I can do. Let me have a think about what's the best way to do this. Probably the quickest and easiest would be to just snip across the bottom so that this is level, and that's going to become, that then will give me a flat bottom. I'm not going to snip mine at the moment, because I haven't got my tool bag in here. It's already packed to go to Create and Craft, but also because I haven't got any tape, and I'm going round the whole thing. Now, using foam on a roll, you can off it. Look at this. That, it couldn't be any easier. So now I need to line this up. So I'm just going to line it up over the top and line it up over the bottom. And the reason that I have cut that was because I'd already printed this piece out, and it was on paper. And so it's very, very flimsy, and I wanted to be able to support that on my card. And although it's got a pattern, what you're going to find on the USB is patterned papers that have actually got the design built into them. Can you see the shape of this piece here? That's the one that I'm working with. So you've got complementary plain papers, complementary patterns, and then you've actually got the shapes themselves as well. So we'll go in with some of my bookbinding glue, and I just love this stuff. I love it because it's so easy to work with. I love it because it's also really quick drying, and it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it. So that means that even on very fine card, it actually doesn't wrinkle the card. Now, I've pulled that little bit of adhesive just inside the edge of the card, and the reason I've done that is I'm now going to just rub the edges. And what you can imagine underneath there, that glue is being pushed to the outside edge, and it's then giving me a really good strong bond, and my edges are going to be nice and flat. So instead of these edges lifting up, I've got a really nice flat finish. Actually, this would work really nicely that way as well. So I think that might be the solution to not having the scissors. So I've now got a panel here. Now this one's a slightly different colour. I've cut it using the dies, but I haven't used the embossing folder on it, and I do quite like the finish on it, so I'm going to use this one. This one is also going to go on a piece of tape. Now here, when I go around this one, I've got to think about this corner, so I need to go round it carefully. I'm going to go up to the top, back down in a V, round there, round that corner carefully, up to the top, round in a little V there. So we're all coming into work tomorrow just to finish off everything, ready for anniversary. Carl's making us a lemon drizzle cake, and it'll be my last lemon drizzle cake before I go and I join Weight Watchers, because I'm now suffering the embarrassment of having been paying it and not doing it. And the girls at iHub are doing so well with theirs that they've shamed me into going and doing something. So that's looking really good. And I love the way we've got, so we've got the gentle embossing on the pattern. We've got the die cut elements without the embossing, but still with the pattern. Then going to take my frame and drop that inside, and I'm going to take that right to the back. So what we'll do there is get some adhesive on inside the frame. Let's move that. So this slides in. We'll go in both sides like this. I've got about 14 demos lined up for you, so I've got a lot to show you this week, and I hope you'll join us, because Mel's going to be with me. I've got Nancy, which is a dream because I haven't seen her for ages. I've also got Corinne as well, so you're getting all of us on Sunday and Monday night, so it's going to be real fun next week. And then this one's being cut again, but I wanted to lift up that shadow and that effect that we've got there. So again, just using that tape and lift this, and you can see now how we're getting all these lovely layers in here, and it's starting to look really pretty. And then I've got my little book that's here, and somewhere I've got a flower as well. It looks like I might have lost my book and I might have lost my flower. So let's take a look at what we're going to do with inking. I'm going to take a little bit of ink. I'm just rubbing off the excess in the lid side and get a lovely glow going there. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get a glow on both sides, so it starts to come to life. And then another glow on this corner and another glow here. And you can see now that really is starting to come to life, and you can see the embossed elements in there. And imagine this white on white. Now, it's quite hard for us to show you white on white on TV because it just doesn't show up as well as I would have liked. But I'm going to put my leaves on while I'm waiting, and I'm just scrunching these. And these are vellum, so just giving them a little bit of a scrunch. Let's put them up here, so they're going to go there. I'll put that one up there while I'm making the flower, and this one here. I'm like, this adhesive start to go tacky, because that's where the flower's going to go. So while I'm doing my flower, I'll just be talking to you a quick bit as well. See how many I've got. Oh, great, I've got loads. So what you need to do and think about, everybody, is we've not put the flowers in the big collections because I felt like everybody might have enough flowers at home, and so unless you were really new to tattered lace, you're probably thinking, well, I don't really need loads more flowers, so I don't want to pay for those ones. So I've tried to really think about what you would want from this collection. I know the select embossing folders and the cutting frames are going to be really, really popular. And what's nice is from this set of 3, you can mix and match them. So what I'm doing with these petals is I'm just rolling the edge of each petal. So I'm rolling that edge. I'm doing the same on the other side. And then I'm pinching it and I'm just giving it a little pinch so that it holds its shape. So it only takes a moment or two to do this. But while I'm just doing that, I'm just going to drag this in and just show you. Imagine being able to put this with those notebooks on. They're just going to look fab, isn't it? That's the kind of thing. So it's a real mix and match collection where everything goes together, and the vellums are the nicest that we've done all year. So that's really, really exciting. And then this one, I'm just going to keep going with it. And while I'm doing this, I'm just going to remind you about the competition that we've got, because the competition's quite exciting. So this one, I'm doing this one different. I'm pinching and then I'm going to roll the top of the petals. So I'm going to roll them that way so they go over. So the competition is that there's a tea shop in Harrogate. Actually, I think they've got more than one. Yeah, I'm sure they have, but it's called Betty's, and they do the most fabulous cakes and Harrogate tea. So we've gone to Betty's and we're going to be ordering afternoon tea for 8 lucky winners, and they will get it sent to their house along with a goodie bag and also the next, not something we've already done, but the next Tattered Lace collection. So you won't have seen it before, it's brand new. Then the next thing that we're going to do is one lucky winner is actually going to win not just that collection, it's going to win the next 8 collections. I can't tell you how exciting that is. I mean, my gosh, everybody wants to enter already because it's so amazing. All you need to do is buy one of the collections and you'll get entered, and then you'll get your afternoon tea, and then we're going to do a workshop between us, virtual workshop, so you don't have to worry about it, and you'll get to craft with that new collection, which I think is going to be amazing. So again, I'm just going to go in here and being a bit more careful now with the glue because, this is what vellum's so good for. It's so user friendly. It just allows you to get it to, look at that, how it holds its shape. That's going to go in the middle there. I just need to hold that for a second. Just get you. And because this adhesive started to go off and it's gone tacky, look at that, how that holds on already. So we've got a really pretty card that's ready for us to just put our gems inside. And now we need somewhere to put our little message. Well, how about I make a little notebook for us to put it on. So I'm going to go along the edge where I've got that little bit of stitching and get that to fold back. A little tiny bit of adhesive here. Can you hear that lot? Aren't they noisy? That's the team outside. That's my team you can hear. And that's going to be tucked in. Where should I tuck it? I think just there. Tucked in, ready to put a little message on. So, tuck you under there. Let's get you right underneath and get you stuck. Right, so a little card. Make it really, really special. Of the panels. So move that out the way, put that lid on, and show you these. Look at this. So this is just one design. So I've got the square and I've got the centre, but the centre drops out. This one goes over the top, so that's another version. That one goes over the top of that, so you can see that through. So that's another one. This one shows you the whole thing through, so you can see that one. Then I've got this one, which then I can put this one on top, that I could then put this one on top, or I could put this one on top, And then I could put this one behind. They're the kind of layers that you're going to be able to create with Select. It's a little bit exciting. That's it for now. I'll see you all Sunday night and Monday, of course, along with the rest of the team, celebrating 8 years. Where has 8 years gone? I know I wish it was only £8 I'd put on, but it's a lot more than that. Still, another Betty's tea. I think we all deserve that before we go on our next diet. I'll see you all soon.